All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are going to tackle one of the biggest questions out there. Why do we sometimes mess up the things we care about most? We're going to dive deep into Carl Jung's incredible theory of the shadow and figure out exactly how to work with this hidden part of ourselves. The goal here isn't to become perfect, it's to become whole.
I mean, have you ever really stopped and asked yourself this? Why do you put off that thing you know you should be doing? Or pick a fight in a perfectly good relationship? It feels like some other person just takes over, right? Well, what if I told you this isn't because you're lazy or broken or that you lack willpower? It's something way, way deeper going on.
Yep, that's the big idea right there. There is literally another version of you living just below the surface in your subconscious mind. It has its own needs, its own desires, and its own agenda. And when you try to ignore it, it finds a way to get your attention, and usually it's not pretty. So let's get properly introduced to this inner saboteur.
To really get a handle on this, we've got to frame it correctly. This hidden self, for all intents and purposes, is your inner saboteur. It's that piece of you that seems to be working against everything you consciously want to achieve.
This right here breaks it down perfectly. Think about this internal conflict we all have. On one side, you have the persona. That's your public face, right? The polished, I've got it all together mask you show the world so you can fit in. But on the other side, there's the shadow. And that's the bag you carry with everything you've ever been told is bad, wrong, or unacceptable.
So how in the world did we get so divided? Where does this split even come from? Well, to get to the bottom of it, we need to look at the basic anatomy of the mind, at least according to the theories of Carl Jung.
We all have a persona. It's not a bad thing. In fact, it's necessary. It starts when we're little kids. We figure out really fast which behaviors get us a smile and which ones get us a frown. Our conscious mind, our ego, builds this social mask to help us survive and get along in the world. It's a tool for safety and acceptance.
But here's the kicker. What happens to all the parts of you that don't fit into that neat and tidy mask? Your anger, your jealousy, your wild ideas, they don't just vanish into thin air. Nope, they get shoved down, pushed into the basement of your mind. And that basement, that's what Jung called the shadow. It's where all your denied and repressed stuff goes to live.
Now, this is absolutely crucial, so lean in for this one. The shadow is not just a monster filled with evil stuff. Sure, your anger and selfishness are in there, but it also holds some of your greatest strengths. This is sometimes called the golden shadow. It's where your raw creativity lives, your hidden talents, your power, all the amazing things you were taught to tone down.
And this is why we self-sabotage, because the shadow has a life of its own. It's got energy, and when you're tired or stressed out or just not paying attention, that repressed energy bursts out and grabs the steering wheel. It's the inner rebel fighting back against the perfect image you're trying to maintain.
Okay, so you might be thinking, this is great, but if it's all unconscious, how am I supposed to have any idea what's in my shadow? It's a fantastic question, and funnily enough, the answer isn't to look harder inside yourself. It's to look at the world around you. This quote right here, this is the master key. This is the big aha moment. Those really intense, almost irrational reactions you have to other people, the things that just drive you up a wall for no good reason, they're not actually about those people. They are messages from your own shadow. The psychological name for this phenomenon is projection. It's a defense mechanism, really. When there's a part of you that you just can't accept, your mind unconsciously throws it onto somebody else. Then you can judge it or hate it over there, so you don't have to deal with it in here. The whole world basically becomes a giant mirror. Let's make this really concrete. Think about that one person you know who you think is just so arrogant. Their confidence drives you insane. Well, according to this theory, that huge emotional reaction could be a sign. It might be your shadow pointing out that you've pushed down your own healthy confidence and assertiveness. Maybe because you were taught that being proud of yourself was a bad thing. So do a quick mental scan right now. Who in your life really triggers you? Who do you find yourself judging harshly? And on the flip side, who do you secretly envy? The people who come to mind are your teachers. Their traits are clues that your shadow is trying to get your attention, showing you exactly what you need to reclaim in yourself. So, now that we know how to spot the shadow's reflection, what's the next step? What do we actually do? Well, you don't fight it. You don't try to kill it. You integrate it. And this section gives us a clear, actionable protocol for how to start doing just that.
The technique Jung created for this process is called active imagination. And let's be super clear, this has nothing to do with positive thinking or just ignoring the bad stuff. It is the exact opposite. It's about bravely turning toward that dark, hidden part of yourself and starting a direct conversation.
So here it is, the 3 steps. It's actually quite simple. First, isolate. You have to get away from everything. Phone off, no distractions, go into total monk mode. Second, personify. Give this shadow energy a form in your mind's eye. What does it look like? A scary monster, a sad little kid, an angry twin, whatever comes to mind is right. And third, the magic step, dialogue. You literally have a conversation with this character and you write it down. Ask it, what do you want? Why are you doing this? And then you write down the answers that pop into your head, without judgment.
I know it might sound a little weird, talking to a part of yourself, but the effect is incredibly profound. By giving the shadow a voice, you're finally acknowledging it. You're listening to what it needs. And when it finally feels seen and heard, it doesn't have to act out anymore. It stops being a saboteur and can actually become one of your most powerful allies. Just think for a second how much energy it takes to hold a beach ball underwater all day. It's exhausting. That's what most of us are doing with our shadow, 24/7. When you stop fighting it and you integrate it, all of that wasted energy is suddenly liberated. It becomes fuel. Fuel you can finally use to go after the life you actually want.
I love this quote because it really gets to the core of what this work is all about. The goal is not to become nice and harmless. A harmless person can't really be called good. They're just ineffective. A truly good, whole person is someone who has access to their inner aggression, their inner danger, but they have it on a leash. They have it under conscious, voluntary control.
So if you take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. Give up on the idea of being perfect. Perfection is a myth, and trying to achieve it just makes you brittle and fragile. The real goal, the much more powerful and resilient goal, is wholeness. And that means embracing every single part of yourself. The good, the bad, the light, and the dark.
And that's where we'll leave it. You can start this journey for yourself tonight. You don't need a fancy retreat or a therapist. All you need is a piece of paper and some real honesty. Look into that mirror the world is holding up for you. Think about the people who trigger you, and just start by asking yourself this one question. Your answer, that's the thread you can start to pull to unravel, understand, and finally integrate your own shadow.